Hi everybody and welcome back to Christmas Workshop. I'm going to do the next activity, which is a sculpey clay heart that you can make into a keyring. So here is one that I made at home. If you've never used sculpey clay, it's kind of a cool thing. It just is like regular clay, but when you bake it, it gets really, really hard. So you're going to look in your bag. Oh, my bag's over here. Here is my Christmas Workshop bag, and you're going to look for a baggie that looks like this. It has strips of clay in it, and it's got a key ring and another little lanyard thing in it. And you are going to take your clay out, and you are going to form it into a heart. So I tried a couple of different things at home just to see what worked best. So I made this heart using a cookie cutter. And so it's pretty even and it's pretty thin, and you can do that. And the point of this though is that you make a thumbprint in the middle so that when you give this as a gift to someone you love, they think of you and they think of your beautiful thumbprint. So I did it a couple of different ways, but I think the one I liked the best is this one, which I didn't use a cookie cutter for. I just made it by hand and made a heart. And it's a little bit thicker. So when I did the thumbprint, it really showed up better. So you're gonna just take your clay and you're gonna have a ball of clay. Well, first thing it's gonna look like this. And what you want to do though is take this and start to knead it and mess with it and warm it up. You've probably used clay before. And you want to get it so it feels nice and soft. And really there's probably enough clay for you to make two different hearts. I found making a ball first worked best. But you know what? If you don't want to make a heart, you can make something else. That was just an idea that we kind of saw that we thought might be good as a Christmas gift. So I made a ball and then I start to flatten it kind of into a disc. So it looks kind of like that and it's kind of thick. But from there you can start to make a heart. So you can kind of make the point of the heart, and then you can go up and make the top of the heart, and you just have to keep messing with it until it looks the way you want it to look. And the nice thing with Sculpey is that it doesn't really get hard until you bake it. So you have some time here. I would suggest you work on a clean surface, like you could maybe put some plastic wrap down or do it on a clean counter or something, because it will pick up, like if you have dust or dirt or like glitter or whatever, you could do that actually. You could do it on glitter and it would probably pick up glitter and it would kind of be cool on your heart. So mess with it until you make a heart that you like. This heart isn't turning out great, but it just takes some time. So just know that you just mess with it until it gets so it looks the way you want it to look. You could also use something like a plastic knife. This is something that almost looks like a plastic pen that I'm using. And you can use it to shape it however you want. So I'm not going to keep shaping, but here's kind of the heart that I made. And it's a little bit thick. I bet that's about 1/4 of an inch thick. And so then I'm going to take it like this, and then I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to press it right down into my heart so that it makes an indentation that looks like my thumb. And the next thing I need to do is take something like a pen or a pencil and go up to one of the sides up here and poke a hole so that you can put the stuff, the key ring through it, so that this could be added to a key ring. So it would look like this. So I put a key ring on this one. So here's mine. It's a heart. I have the hole for the key ring, and I have my thumbprint in the middle. Then you will take this and you just can leave it someplace flat for a minute while you go preheat the oven. You may need to get help from an adult to do this. It depends on how old you are and how much time you spend in the kitchen. But you need to preheat the oven to 275 degrees. And once it is all the way preheated, you can take your clay heart and get a baking sheet of some kind and then put foil on top of it or parchment on top of it. And then you'll put this on the baking sheet on top of the foil or parchment, and you're going to put it in the oven. So for each 1/4 of an inch of thickness on Sculpey, you bake it for 10 to 15 minutes. So what I would do is wait until it beeps to say it's completely preheated, put my heart on my baking sheet, and then stick it in the oven. And you might start with 10 minutes and see. And so you'll put it in, you'll wait until it beeps, make sure it's at least 10 minutes and maybe up to 15 if it's a little bit thicker. Take it back out, let it cool a little bit, and then you can touch it and see. If it is pretty hard, like this is really hard, see, both of these are, actually all three. If it's hard, then you're finished. If it's still a little bit soft, then you can put it back in the oven. That's the nice thing with sculpey. It's better to do it in little bits than it is to bake it a whole bunch all at once because it might crack. So let's say you ended up with something that was thicker and you think, well, that means I need to bake it for a half an hour. Don't bake it for half an hour. Bake it for 15 minutes, take it out, let it cool, check it, see how it feels. If it's still soft, you can put it back in the oven again. So little by little is better. So once it is baked, you can get with a grown-up and get your key ring, and there's a little lanyard ring you could also use, and you can use pliers to get the key ring through the hole on your little heart, and then you could give that as a nice Christmas gift. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join me for the next craft.